You're friendly, unabashed cup cutter. I slice through the turf like warm butter, planting dreams in the grass, one putt under. You're friendly, unabashed cup cutter.
Hey, I'm here at River Hills Country Club with Mark Patterson, Director of Agronomy. Sir, brother, thank you for wanting to be on the podcast.
Listen, I'm honored to be here.
Thank you, sir. Yeah, I was really stoked that you and I have actually known each other quite a bit just from Facebook.
Sure.
Just some of the stupid shit I've done over the years. And then when I decided to start a podcast, you were still a very big supporter. And I appreciate you, man. I'm really trying to get the voice out there, you know?
Well, like I told you, you're exactly what golf needs. I mean, golf has been going through this transition on both sides, agronomy side and playability side and pro shop side, and getting the word out.
Of course.
That's been the challenging message from us for years and years and years. But you doing what you're doing is what's bringing us to that level.
Thank you, sir. No, I appreciate it, man. It's really the fact that it's, as greenskeepers and just taking care of the golf course, we're kind of those like, I don't want to say shunned upon, but like, who are these guys?
Right.
Who's cutting my grass today? We don't care.
It's just the maintenance.
It's just the maintenance guys.
Yeah.
And that just, I told you that short story a little while ago to where, until members found out that I was a veteran, that none of them wanted to talk to me.
Sure.
It shouldn't matter. You know what I mean? As we said before countless times on this podcast, you can't play grass without us. You can't play golf without us.
That's
you can't.
exactly right.
You know what I mean? So shit, Mark, we got a lot to talk about. So before we talk about what you do here at River Hills and all the amazing things that you're doing here, because I've seen one of your workers there not complaining.
The one that doesn't talk back?
The one that doesn't talk back, one of his autonomous mowers, which is so cool. I want to know about Mark. Like I told you before, and folks that are new to the podcast, I don't like to learn about my guests until we have a conversation. As you're watching this, learning about him, I'm doing the same. So it's funny, he was very gracious to let my buddy and I go golfing today. Folks, we got to have the whole golf course to ourselves.
Yeah, Monday,
that was awesome.
Monday's a closure day, and I thought, why not? It's not really. We're needle tining the greens and doing a couple other things.
Of course,
you're not in the way.
And as a greenskeeper, I know respect. I let the guys do what they did. We got the hole one. We gave ourselves a par.
Yeah, that's good.
The gentleman I didn't catch his name. He was taking care of the bunker.
Yeah.
I said, there's no reason for us we don't need to do this, guys.
Yeah.
Or to Brian. He's like, I'm happy with the par. Yeah. Just as a greenskeeper.
Sure.
Let's keep on moving.
Love it.
So shit, Mark, where are you from?
I originally grew up in North Alabama.
Okay.
A little town called Athens, Alabama, which is now a suburb of Huntsville.
Okay.
I grew up, my family was in the farming business.
Okay.
And my dad's family was in the farming business, cotton farming.
Okay.
And my mother grew up in a politician household with my grandfather owned restaurants, burger joints, which are still very popular to this day. When I grew up in Alabama, obviously my personality didn't fit. I just didn't. There was a lot of racism there and a lot of things I was uncomfortable with. And just as soon as I could, I bolted, And I went to school in Mississippi. I have a couple of degrees from Mississippi State University. I have a Bachelor of Science in Plant and Soil Sciences, which is my main degree.
Yep.
I also have an associate's degree in golf course design and architecture and an associate degree in meteorological science. So I originally wanted to be a storm chaser.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I went to college and was going to chase storms and be the guy in Twister that threw the Jack Daniels bottle at the Twister.
That's right.
But no, that didn't pan out. So I ended up going to turf grass and fell in love with it. And here I am today.
Oh, that is amazing. Yeah. So you've been playing with grass, watching it grow for a long time.
Since I was 12, 13 years old.
Oh shit, man.
And I'm 58 now.
Wow. Oh, you look young. Brother, you're doing great. So how did you get into golf then? When did that journey start?
So it's I always liked golf a little bit. We didn't have a lot of options in Athens, Alabama at the time to play golf. We had a little 9-hole country club. It's called Athens Country Club. One of my dad's friends bought it and he was a business owner. He bought it, and I ended up getting a job there as like a 14-year-old. Changing cups, pulling weeds for greens fees.
Of course.
Right.
Oh, awesome.
And it was great. So then I went to high school and I ended up working before school, after school, whenever I could pull a shift to get free greens fees.
Of course.
That's how I really got into it. And, you know, obviously I said I had wanted to be a storm chaser. I went to school at Memphis State to become a storm chaser. Well, again, that didn't pan out. I found nightclubs in Memphis, and I started hanging out in nightclubs, and I just didn't want to finish school. You know how it goes.
Yeah,
right?
of course.
So I tucked my tail between my legs and went home, and my dad put me to work in a cotton gin one summer. And I realized very fast that I did not want to suck cotton out of tubes in a hot cotton gin in the middle of Alabama summer. So my dad comes to me, he goes, "You ready to go back to school, boy?" I'm like, "Yes, sir, I am."
No shit.
So I ended up going to Mississippi State, and I'll tell you how I really got into golf, into the industry.
Yeah.
I went into the College of Agriculture, which is Dorman Hall in Starkville. And I'm standing there looking at the curriculum, and I've got my Athens Country Club staff shirt on. You know, just one similar to this.
Yep.
And this older gentleman walks up, and he looks over at me, and he goes, "You having troubles figuring it out?" I said, "Yeah, I don't know. I know I want to get into golf somehow, but don't know what to do. You should join our agronomy program." I had no idea what it meant. I knew of agronomy because of cotton.
Yeah.
Right?
Okay. Yep.
And I said, "What is that?" And he explained it to me. I said, "You mean I can get a degree that allows me to work on a golf course for the rest of my life? Where do I sign up?"
Wow.
Long story short, that guy was Dr. Jeffrey Kranz, who was my college professor.
Wow.
He's retired now.
Yeah.
In fact, I think he passed away. But that's how I got into golf.
No shit.
The agronomy side of golf.
Wow. Would you find that side that's like your passion? It
is. You know, I'm living proof of the old saying: if you do what you love, you never work a day in your life.
Brother, I hear
and you
you.
live it too.
Oh, man, 100%.
I know your passion, man.
Yeah, it's funny. It's absolutely right. I mean, the courses have changed where I thought I was going to stay in IT after I, retired from the military. Thought I was going to stay in DC, make some stupid money.
Right.
But you know what? Just because of life, losing my dad, all that other type of things, you know what? Life is short. And just got to do what you love. And I love cutting cups, and I love talking to people.
Yeah.
And here I am doing both.
Well,
I love it.
That's the thing too. You know, this industry has been so one-sided. You know, don't talk to those guys. That's
I know, right?
They have no credibility. I mean, I've seen it happen for years. And and years ago, when social media first started getting popular, I said, you know what? To heck with this.
Yeah.
Let's go to the front.
Yeah.
Let's show these people what we do. Let's be vocal about it.
Of course.
Let's educate them.
Of course.
Because this is a very tricky trade.
Of course.
And it's very selfless.
Yes.
A lot of people have no idea what we do, and they bash us for it.
We see it firsthand all the time.
Right.
We see it firsthand all the time in social media, or if we're just talking with folks. You know what I mean? It's a shame that there's a lot of work to make grass do what it needs to do for people to go destroy it later.
Yeah.
In a way, right?
And if you think about it, what we do
is
we repair things that other people tear up.
That's what I mean. Yeah, exactly.
Because I've always said, and I still live by this motto, if it wasn't for golfers, we would have the perfect golf course.
Oh, of course. Of course. It's funny that you
just win that lotto, man.
I tell you what, it's funny that you just said that. When I was at the G.C.C, which wearing one of the shirts, when I was there, I was very blessed to get a media badge and go check it out. My first conference I listened to was Dr. Tom Nicolai, the doctor of green speed. And just the fact that the first thing I said to him, because I hadn't even published this thing yet, I was like, Dr. Tom, you have the best looking grass that we can't hit off of. He's like, "You're damn right, Dave." I thought it was awesome. You know what I mean? He's purposely growing grass to make sure that the best thing that he said to me was like, "My job is to kill grass so you guys don't have to."
Right.
I was like, that is awesome.
Well, that is so cool. Many years I spent part of my career in the Georgia, Alabama region, and we used to have bent grass greens back then.
Okay.
And bent grass is a cool season grass. We have it on our greens here because it's overseas.
Yep, and it's great. I think it's growth awesome today.
Yeah. There's a few people that don't truly understand it, and it is what it is.
But that's the education part,
right? And if they still don't get it, and they're still bashing for whatever, then that's just on them.
Of course. The
golf course looks great.
Oh, I thought it was amazing.
We have issues.
Every golf course does.
It's a 36-year-old golf course.
Yeah.
That, quite frankly, wasn't taken care of for the longest time. We'll get into that in a few minutes. But I think the strides that me and my team have made in the past 10 months have been rewarding.
They all have said it. Exactly. I mean, the unfortunate thing about anything, any bad thing, bad whatever, they're going to knock on that immediately. You know what I mean? They don't think about all the good things. Like you just showed me earlier, your guys' range here looks phenomenal. right? You're doing the right thing of rotating your ropes, rotating where people can hit from. I love the fact that you're ripping out that first sod right there in the front of the range. And folks, I can always take pictures and everything, show with it. And of course, you're going to do the same on your social media.
Yeah, you can follow my social media too.
Excellent. We'll dive into that. We'll talk about it. Make sure you get everyone links and all that. But I mean, your driving range here looks amazing. And you can see where you're rotating. That folks, I will have to show it to you, where you're rotating where people can hit from.
Well, you know, I was blessed to have a father and son team, Dave and Jack.
Oh, he's awesome. I love Dave.
The guy's amazing.
Oh, he really is.
And he comes to me and he goes, "Are you going to be teaching us how to do this?" And I said, "Yes." And we became instant best friends.
Yeah, oh, he's amazing.
Because he's so passionate about what he does.
Yeah.
And that you know, mirrors my image. And
well, that's why you try to hire me.
Yeah, right.
That was going to happen.
Yeah, for those of you that I
was going to happen.
Guy.
No, you can't pay me, no, sir. I live a mile from Temple Palms. But no, that's the thing, though, is finding other guys that wants the passion of, it doesn't matter how much you pay me. Right. You can pay me 50. If I lived closer and you guys were close to the beach, in a heartbeat, Mark, I'd be more than happy to work for you.
This job's a passion job.
It really is.
I mean, you go to Walmart or Target and make just as much money and work indoors.
Yeah.
But you don't get this.
Oh, man, it was so gorgeous today.
I'm sitting in a VW van next to my practice.
Oh, I know, right? Thank you very much for
breeze coming through.
Oh, 100%, sir. Come on. Exactly. And that's why you have that pillow over there, right? Because you're just getting too excited.
I may take a nap.
that does turn into a bed. So besides golf, besides your passion of agronomy, what are some passions about Mark that we don't know about?
I am probably one of the most dedicated, I don't know, there's a lot of words here, family man.
Yeah.
I am married to an unbelievable woman.
Yeah.
She's what I call my turf wife. She understands this business, and it's tough. We almost split from each other when we were in Augusta.
Yeah.
But she decided to stay in my corner, write a blog about me being married to a superintendent. It's called "Till Turf Do Us Part."
I think you mentioned that before. Yes.
Yeah, I'll send you the link. She doesn't write that much anymore, but my wife is just obviously my best friend. It's so cliche to say that.
Nope.
She gets it, man. She like, "What time you coming home?" "I'll be home 4." She goes, "Okay, I'll see you about 6." So Mark, I mean, it's just what we do. Let me tell you something. If I know I have to leave at 4 and I'm riding this golf course and I see 2 or 3 things that need to be done, I'm not going home.
Yeah.
I'm going to take care of these things.
Of course.
That's just how I'm built.
It's great that you just say that too, because the same thing like with my wife. My wife and I just hit 25 years last year. I was a sophomore in high school when she was going to her senior prom. That's when I first met her. And the fact that she knows this is my passion, and it's funny said about time. I said, "Honey, we should be here. We should be done about 2 o'clock. I'll see you at 4. The fact that we have this passion, this love of golf, of having conversations and talking, communicating, educating, that we're very blessed to have that support. We can't be successful without our support system, without having our best friend behind us.
And I've seen all different variables of it.
Yeah.
You know, superintendent kids trying to come up to the world, to the superintendent world that do not have a support system at home, and they struggle. Yeah. If they don't fail, they struggle.
Yeah. Very true.
And you know, and my daughter's the same way. I have a daughter that'll be 22 next week. Her name is Bella, and my daughter is she's my best friend.
That's awesome.
I mean, we have a blast together.
That's the best.
So having that support, you know, you ask, who am I outside of this? I love spending time with my family. Yeah. I don't really have a lot of hobbies. Yeah. I mean, I always have to be busy. I always have to be doing something.
100%.
I'm not a sitting down type guy like, okay, this is my Sunday, unless football's on. I mean, we're huge Packer fans.
Awesome.
So we're very loud and
I saw your blanket on your cart. Yep.
Yeah, well, I met Brett Favre many years ago and became a Packer fan, and
that was it.
I'll tell you that story off camera.
Yeah, of course, 100%. Yeah, 100%. Well, shit, man. So, what does your daughter do then? What is your daughter?
She's in school right now. She's becoming an esthetician. She was a model. She started modeling at 15.
Okay.
And traveled the world and did TV commercials and all kinds of stuff, and she just got burnt out.
Burnt out of it, yeah.
She's like, I'm growing up. I need to start my career.
Yeah.
And she wanted to be an esthetician.
Awesome.
So she's doing that now. She graduated in March. She already has a job.
Oh, good stuff.
She's going to be working for a huge salon in the Tampa and Sarasota area.
Good stuff.
She also is the beverage cart girl at Saranoa Golf Club down in Sarasota.
Oh, wow. Awesome.
Which used to be my golf course.
Okay.
Yeah. We recently sold that one. And She loved the people so much.
Of
and
course.
had a customer base, and she wants to hang out down there.
Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
And what about your wife, though?
She's an at-home mom.
Okay,
she's an
awesome.
at-home
Nothing wrong with
wife.
that. Yeah.
Yeah, she does have a business.
Okay.
That she's just getting cranked up. She's an interior decorator.
Oh.
And but it's really weird because where we live, we live in Lakewood Ranch.
Yep.
And I'm not going to go into it. There's a really different type of breed of people there.
Sounds good.
People that will spend $30,000 to have someone decorate their house. I don't get it. I don't get it, dude.
I don't get it. I
So
don't get
what
it.
my wife does,
I don't get it.
She says, "No, I'm not charging you that. I'm going to take what you own and I'm going to make it look better. And even better, I'm going to teach you how to do it."
Oh, I like that.
So she doesn't just come in and do the work for people.
Yeah.
She teaches them how to be decorated.
Oh, that's so cool.
I love it.
That is awesome.
That's her passion. So
that's good stuff, man. So you guys are down, you said, at Lakewood Ranch.
Yeah, we live in Lakewood
awesome.
Ranch.
Yeah. Like I said, I'm going to be heading down here soon to talk to Esplanade.
I had a couple of golf courses down there.
Yeah.
I was the director of agronomy at Legacy Golf Club
Okay.
in Lakewood Ranch.
Yeah.
And also I managed Serenoa as an umbrella course.
Yeah.
Had a superintendent there.
Yeah.
And then we sold Legacy in March of 23 to Heritage Golf Group.
Yep.
They purchased Lakewood Ranch Golf and Country Club and Legacy.
Wow.
And built it into one big unit.
Wow.
And then I was finished. I don't want to go into detail.
We don't have to.
But what I've done for years and how I've earned my living outside of being a superintendent is I flip golf courses. So let's say you want to buy a golf. You buy a golf course for $800,000 and it's just torn to smithereens. So you hire me to come in and spend the right amount of money to get it in good shape.
Yep.
Create an investment.
Yep.
And then either run it safely, securely, profitable.
Yep.
Or sell it. And that's like flipping houses. It's the same.
100%. Immediately,
just a little more money.
It's funny, and I know there's going to be people that's going to chime into this podcast. The fact that they're on a social media page on Facebook about West Chase.
Yeah.
Immediately I thought of it. We're not going to get into it, folks. I don't care about the legality shit and none of that stuff. I don't care about that shit. I care about the grounds, guys. And that's why the only reason why I would go there.
Yep.
But immediately I thought of if when Mark is done here, not going to happen. But you know what I'm saying? No.
Right.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I've talked to the people at West Chase.
Yeah.
They do not want to invest the money.
Wow, that's a shame.
I mean, I don't even know if it's the same people.
Who knows? Yep. Yeah. Again, that's the whole legalist. Don't give a shit about that stuff. We just want a golf course.
But if they did want to do that, I could fix it. So I learned a long time ago that you take your market, and you create the niche for that market.
Of course.
You know, a place like West Chase, just give them good, healthy greens, decent fairways, good bunkers.
That's it.
Place will make money.
Oh, of course, man. That's crazy.
You don't need greens running 15 on the stick.
No, you just need to bring golfers in, and the revenue will come.
Yeah.
So how long then have you really been doing this job?
Well, I graduated. So I'll go through the track. I graduated college in '93.
Okay.
And I went back to North Alabama and became a second assistant / irrigation tech.
Okay.
I think I was making $6.80 an hour.
Yeah.
And me and another guy named Jay Wagner, who went on to work at Augusta National as an assistant, our jobs every morning, we had to get there at 2 a.m. And we had quick couplers with, we each had to put 18 in and run them. And by the time we would put one in, start it. By the time we get to the last of the 18, we had to go back and start over. That's how we watered fairways. Single row irrigation.
I remember seeing that from Tom.
Yep.
The different types of, yes.
Yep. Yeah, so, I mean, boy.
2 a.m.
Yeah. Well, you had to start that early.
Yeah.
Get finished. And so I didn't come up on a silver platter. I worked that job for a year maybe.
Yep.
And then I went to an assistant position at Canebrake Club in Athens, Alabama, which is now owned by golf pro Lee Hodges.
Okay.
And the pro there, Mickey, bought it, and now they own it and they're doing amazing things with it. That's in Athens, Alabama.
Yep.
And then from there, I came to Florida in 1997, went to work as a superintendent at Habitat over on the East Coast.
Okay.
In Brevard County. I got into construction. And then I started traveling up and down the East Coast with an outfit doing construction jobs.
Yep.
And just as fate would have it, in 99, I think it was 99. No, it was 2000. I got sent to Augusta to do a greens renovation at Augusta National. And as I stepped onto the grounds and became friendly with people and get to knowing everyone, I did, what I thought was a good job, and I got hired. They didn't want me to leave. So I stayed there, became, in charge of the renovation work and construction work, experimental projects. They do things a lot different up there.
Yeah.
They just do it.
Yeah.
Just do it.
Wow.
So I worked there for a few years, and little did I know, this in 2002, I was pulled into a meeting, and they said, well, the main reason we brought you on, we're building a new golf course, and we want you to oversee it. And at the time, it was called the Big Three. Now, they couldn't name it that because it was a license infringement. Turns out it was Champions Retreat Golf Club. And the Big Three is Arnold Palmer did 9, Gary Player did 9, and Jack Nicklaus did 9. And I worked directly with those 3 guys.
No
In
shit.
fact, Arnold Palmer is Bella's grandfather. Yep.
Wow, that's so fucking cool.
Jack and I got along pretty well. I got along with Chris Cochran a lot better than Jack, because he was his guy. And Gary Player is just amazing.
Of course, yeah.
He's amazing.
Wow.
But finished that project, moved on. I went out to Albuquerque, worked on the West Coast for a few years. Because when I was in college, my goal set was to work in every form and fashion of the golf course agronomy industry.
Of course.
And we didn't really call it agronomy.
No.
So I wanted to learn everything from changing cups to raking bunkers to being a superintendent to selling chemicals to consulting. Everything I wanted to do by the time I was 45 years old. And I achieved that. I went, when I left Augusta, I went out west. I worked Albuquerque for a couple of years. I worked in Oregon for a couple of years.
Wow.
I wanted cool season turf.
Yeah. Just to educate yourself too.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the biggest thing. It's like you cannot, there's only so many things you can read. There's only so many things you can watch.
Right.
But to put yourself in the fucking mix, awesome.
Yeah. And I did that. And, you hear a lot of guys down here, it's a waste of time, no cool season grass. Bullshit. I got a golf course full of cool season grass right now.
Well, that's great. I was just about to ask you, keep it. That's one of my questions. Yeah. But
I from there, I came back to Florida in 2008. I actually bought a business, the dry jet company, the injection machines. I bought those. I got involved with the Air 2 G2 guys, did some business negotiations and became a small business owner. And then I went back to Alabama and took over Huntsville Country Club, which you're going to interview my assistant in training. He worked there, but after I did. In fact, he's got an interesting story about why he wanted to come work.
I can't wait. Yeah.
He's going to share it with you. I know nothing about it.
I love it.
Other than what he told me, and it was very vague. But he's going to go into detail.
Yes.
So, did Huntsville Country Club, left there, went to Alpharetta, Georgia, outside of Atlanta.
Okay.
And had a couple of great flip projects. And got hooked up with a guy down here who became a business partner of mine.
Yeah.
In golf course ownership. I became a partner. So I came down and moved to Lakewood Ranch, and that was Legacy in Saranoa. Yep. And then I started consulting for here when there was a superintendent here, and one of the partners and HR guys here was part of that umbrella group I was involved with. And he goes, man, we need your help at River Hills. Can you go up? I'm like, if I'm asked, have the GM call me. I'm not just going to go up there.
Of course.
And Brian reached out to me, Brian McManus, the GM here, and he and I hit it off just like that.
I'd love to meet him. I haven't even met Brian yet.
Yeah, you'll obviously get a chance to, but I started looking at issues and looking at how this place had been treated for years, and the superintendent that was here was good turf guy, really good turf guy, but real rough around the edges, and it was time for them to make a change. And that wasn't something I decided. That was their decision. They had already made that decision before I got here.
Of course.
Then the board approached me, GM approached me, and they said, we love what your vision is.
Yeah.
And we want to take that vision and we want to put some finances behind it. And we want to take River Hills to the next level.
That is awesome.
And we are in the beginning of it.
Absolutely. I mean, it's funny, like it's great the fact that I wish a lot of people can to experience like what Brian and I did. Brian is a buddy of mine. He was on the podcast. His conversation's coming out here soon. He's a veteran. The fact that you were there on a couple of the holes to explain to us what the changes are going to be at.
Yeah.
The fact that we got to be exposed to that. And then it's great is, in a way, as an artist, you have a vision. You can see it. You can see with the potential of, okay, if this is here, that is there. That's the long-term goal, and it's going to happen.
Yeah.
Same thing like with a Volkswagen, for example. People are going to believe this shit's going to happen, and now look at it now.
Right.
Same thing as like on the golf course. So you can see that vision, and to be able to have people behind your back to make that happen.
Yeah.
Speaks volume.
Huge. You know, and the challenge here, and you know, we've talked about a couple of members here. They've been put through the ringer.
Yeah.
You know, and there's a lot of members here that don't trust anymore. And
Yeah.
I don't blame them. I get it. But I'm going to see it through.
Of course.
I'm going to make sure the finances are where they need to be.
Yes.
And of course, I didn't win the lottery. I can't
Of course.
give
No.
$5 million, but I'm going to make sure this golf course. Let me tell you, there's a lot of members here.
Yeah.
That are probably one of the best group of members I've ever met. And I really want to give it to them.
Of course.
I really want to turn this place around.
Of course. And the fact is, though, that those members, just like with your GM and everything like that, this shit does not happen overnight.
No.
This shit does not. Greens takes time. Range, practice, everything takes time
Right.
for shit to happen.
Yeah.
And that's the unfortunate thing that, again, like as my goal with this podcast, like I told you before, as a greenskeeper myself, folks, okay, it sucks that right now we're top dressing.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
Yeah.
You know, oh, you want your 13, your 12, whatever. Some of it's got to get aerated.
Right.
Take some time, folks. If you don't like what's happening here at this moment, damn it, go someplace else for now. Go to another golf course for now. Not to shoot them away, but you're repairing something right now.
Right.
If you need to go someplace else.
Well, you know, give you an idea of how members aren't really educated in the facts. Some of them want to listen. They
Yeah,
wanna
of course,
listen. They
of
wanna
course,
learn.
of course.
I will give you an example. There's been a couple of members that claim that we did a horrible job overseeding.
Yeah.
Well, the overseeding was done for aesthetics. Okay, I
Of
get
course,
that.
of
But
course.
that's 10% of it.
Of course.
The 90% of it is to build winter organics.
Of course.
So when we come out of spring and we've got all that rye and we've got all that organic matter building up in the top 2 inches.
Of course.
I can grow some healthy Bermuda coming out of
course.
spring. And of course, then there's a group of they're like, well, your transition is going to be horrible. What the hell do you know about transition?
Yeah.
You work at Aldi's,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
So it's that lack of patience.
Of course.
And the fact that they've been burned by other
Of course, it is.
companies. And so they just, all I ask is at anybody, you know what, just give it a chance.
And it's not just at your track here. It's like at any golf
Yeah,
course or
it's everywhere.
anything really. Like
Everywhere.
if you have somebody that's well educated, that's been well experienced, like yourself,
Yeah.
that is willing to take a track or anything for that matter to the next level, folks, I just need a little bit of patience.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, I will see this through. And Mark, that's what you're doing.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And you have an amazing team helping you out doing that.
I do, and that's one of the things I pride myself on. If you scour the internet and put me in Google, my name in Google, you'll find a couple of interviews where I talk about staffing and creating a group. This is a family,
Yeah,
and I want you're very focused on your family.
of course.
Well, this is my family,
Of course.
And
Hello.
We're going to be very high.
Thank you, guys. Thank you.
Beautiful.
We're
Yep.
going to be very focused on building that agronomy.
Of
family.
course.
There was
course.
a couple of guys that I acquired here that just didn't make it.
Yeah.
And I get it.
Yeah.
No love lost.
Yeah.
This just isn't your thing, man.
Yeah, of course. Of course.
But the ones that do want to be a part of this,
Yeah.
it's my duty to get them to that level.
That's awesome.
You know?
And they want that.
Yeah. Just be kind. Be patient.
Yeah, that's the thing that I was talking to Brian before, and also a lot of other people. It's like, you're an amazing guy. You're not going to be here forever.
Right.
Ditto, right?
Right.
There has to be those guys below us that want to see this through and then continue this on.
Yep.
If it's either a golf course, a pocket, whatever it may be, you know what I mean? I would love to be here forever, so would you.
Yeah.
We know we're not going to be.
Right.
You know what I mean? That's why I hug everybody. I'll
Yeah.
hug you later, again, for the 3rd or 5th time.
Yeah.
But no, it's that fact that you have guys like Will that want the training,
Right.
that he's willing to put in the work. And like I told him earlier when we were bullshitting, I was like, well, you better pick this man's brain. Yeah. He's been around the block. He knows a lot of things. And unless you're getting your hands literally dirty, You know what I mean? You can't pass on that knowledge, and you're willing to give that knowledge.
Exactly. And you know what? It doesn't matter what level employee you are. Whether
No.
you're the Wills of the world that wants to be a superintendent. And
No.
move on, or like I've got a couple of guys here that they just come in and rake bunkers every day.
Yeah.
It's my duty
Yeah.
to educate them.
Of course.
And to give them the same respect that I do everyone else.
Of course.
And, you know, Judge Smells said it best. The world needs ditch diggers too.
Yeah.
But guess what?
Yeah.
Ditch diggers are as important as the CEOs and anybody else.
I kid you not. Yeah, as long as it doesn't matter what your job is.
Right.
As long as you take pride in your work, I say this all the time. If I had a chance to get back to get to Hawaii, and all I had to do was clean toilets, you could eat off that toilet.
Yeah.
That'll be the best damn toilet you can eat off of.
And
then take a shit.
that was the message I gave my daughter her whole life growing up. It doesn't matter what you're going to do.
It doesn't matter.
Be the best at it.
And that's what the thing, again, we talked about earlier real quick, is like, that's why I'm doing this podcast. It's because though we have that passion for this, you have this passion for that, the general populace, the general golfer does not see that.
Right. Yeah, they do not. They don't see
that.
And that's why I started the social media years back to bring that to the forefront.
Of course.
And say, look, this is what it takes to airify greens.
Yeah.
This is what it takes to ward off Bermuda grass mites.
Of course.
You know, not everybody knows what a Bermuda grass mite is.
Yeah.
But every year they're on the slopes and they're on the tees and they're always eating. So,
They're always eating, yeah.
and you got to time it just right to get rid of them because A, it's not cheap.
Yeah.
And B, you got to be careful with these chemicals.
Oh, 100%.
Now, one thing, I don't use any synthetics. I use all organic materials, so I have to be very cautious about the timing because if you don't listen, I can go out and buy the most potent chemical in the world and kill something.
Yeah.
But I'm also killing the environment.
Of course,
and
of
I
course.
don't want to do that.
Of course, yeah. That's why you got to get those certifications, get those trainings and everything like that, and continue to get that training, the latest and greatest, whatever it may be.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But it's funny, real quick, that you mentioned about like learning and such, and the passion of it, and willing to, like you said, too. Like you said, the thing about what your dad told us earlier about being in the closet. Not you being in the closet.
Oh, no.
That's not what I meant. That's not what I meant. That's not what I meant. You know, the whole thing is like, you don't want to be the guy that knows everything or portray that to know everything.
Let me tell everybody what that means.
Of course.
Just
Not
so
being in the
you know,
closet.
I'm not in the closet.
No.
So my dad, who passed away in 1992, was a wonderful man. He was an asshole, but he was a loving asshole. He told me one day, if I forget, I think I was 12, and I had said something like, well, I know that already. I already know this. So I don't know why you're... So my dad said, you know, son, the day you think you know everything, walk into a closet, pull a gun out, and put a bullet in your head. Because you're no good to anybody.
Yeah.
If you think you know everything,
Exactly.
you're nothing but a hindrance to anybody you're around.
Of course.
And I never forgot that.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, and that's something I tell my boys, and like for myself. Like we had a new superintendent come on board at Temple Palm, Sam. Sam's an amazing guy. We took him from Carrollwood.
Yeah.
And he came by, he's like, hey Dave's how the cup cutting doing, whatever. And he's like, he suggested something. I'm like, by all means, I'm no pro. I mean, yes, I've cut a lot of cups, but I'm willing to learn still.
Right.
We're still got to learn. You want me to try a different technique? I'll try it. Whatever you need me to do to make the course better for us and for the golfer. But again, it's willing to learn no matter how old we are.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And still, because it's never going to be ending.
Sam's one of those veterans like me. You know, he's been around the block.
Oh, he's awesome.
And also like me, he knows that his decisions aren't always perfect.
Yeah, of course.
But if you have that family atmosphere and you can get along with everyone, you're going to figure out the best way.
You know, when you say figure out, just getting along with everybody, I just want to talk about Sam one more time real quick because I'm trying to get him on the damn podcast. It's like the fact that he drove by the other day as we're getting done taking care of the green. He's like, how you guys doing? You guys doing good? Doing great? Everything all right? I'm like, Sam, we're great. We're just that little bit
takes, man.
from your superintendent, from leadership, speaks volume.
You know what I try to do every day if I'm down at the shop when everybody leaves? Usually I'm out somewhere.
Of course.
I try to be down there because it is my point to look at every employee in my face and say, thank you for today.
Yeah, 100%.
It's one thing, you're getting paid. I get that, right?
Of course.
But thank you for helping me achieve my goals today.
Yeah, of course.
Thank you.
Of course. We cannot be anywhere without the guys.
Right.
Without anybody. Absolutely.
And girls.
Oh, of course. And girls too, of course. And girls, no, absolutely. And girls too as well.
Oh,
but
listen,
I'm just
having female greenskeepers is the way to go, man.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sure. There's actually a female greenskeeper. I think she's on social media. I'm trying to reach out to her to have her be on the podcast. Just because, so shit, before I get a little bit more, because we've already talked about a few things here about you being a director, but something I get a chance to do with you is have a quickie.
Oh, wow.
I like to have quickies in my
On
Volkswagen. On camera. I mean, you already have the pillow, sir. Your fuck quickie Again, your friendly unabashed cup cutter,
Right.
F.U.C.C. F.U.C.C. Your fuck quickie, 5 quick questions.
Okay.
You ready?
Yeah.
It's about golf.
Okay.
How many practice swings?
1, 2.
Your favorite shot or club?
Lob wedge.
Music or no music?
Music.
When you're putting, do you read the green or do you just go up there and hit it?
I just go up and hit it because I've
It's gonna be
always read the green.
And the most important question: driver or passenger?
Ugh. Driver.
Yeah,
I like to be in control.
Like, okay, I'll be the little spoon today. That's totally fine. That's totally fine. I don't mind being the little spoon. So we've already talked about with the director of agronomy. How about let's talk about your typical day.
Okay.
What's your typical day for a director of agronomy here at
It
River
varies.
Hills? Okay.
The first thing that I've established is daily updates. Whether I come in at 5:30 in the morning or 8:30 in the morning, my assistants, my irrigation tech, spray tech, every morning at 6 a.m. we talk, whether it's on the phone or face to face. So it's communication about the day, right?
Of course.
I leave. I let these guys run the golf course. You know, they're learning to be me.
Yeah.
So they need to do it.
Of course.
After that, I ride the property. I look, I check with my mechanic first, make sure everything's good.
Yep.
But I'll ride the property, look things over, look at all the greens.
Yep.
Sometimes, depending on the weather, of course, it's been cold as hell.
Yeah.
But I'll park my cart and I'll just walk. And that could be a 1-hour walk or it could be a 5-hour walk. It depends, because when you walk your golf course, you walk your property, and if there's any superintendents watching this, take me up on that. Walk your property. You cannot believe the things that pop in your head while you're doing that. But it's that, meeting members, talking to members. Director of agronomy, I am more of a manager, upper tier manager.
Of course.
So I keep a very close relationship with the pro shop.
Yep.
For playability, timing, yada yada.
Yep.
Which was something that they didn't have here.
Yeah.
They had no relationship between.
I've heard that a lot, not just from you, but from a lot of superintendents.
It's
That's a big miss that finally golf courses are doing that.
Yeah.
That's, I mean, I don't understand. Just from the outside, because I've only been working on golf courses since I retired from the military. It's like, I don't understand how you never had that to begin with.
Me either. That's hard for me to understand.
I don't understand that. How do you have the same goal, but you're not talking to each other?
Yeah.
I don't get that.
It's an ego driven world.
I'm sure.
And I try to break down those walls of ego.
Yeah.
You know,
of course.
I have a good relationship with Eric, our pro here. And
yeah.
Of course, our GM is great, but it's not something they were used to at first.
Yeah.
But now we're good.
That's
after
good.
8 or 10 months, it's good.
Oh, that's very good. So when it comes to your, is that pretty much your day to day, or is it a little bit? Okay.
Members talking to people, I want to get feedback.
Yeah.
It's like I've told you this. Look, if you got a compliment, great. If you got a complaint, even better. I want to hear what we're doing wrong.
Yeah.
Because you can't fix perfection.
Yeah.
I mean, and nobody's perfect.
No.
And I wanna make sure that everyone is being 100% honest with me about how they feel.
Of course.
Because I'm a solution guy.
Yeah. Of course.
And if I don't know there's a problem,
yeah,
I can't create a solution.
Of course. I mean, something that we talked about a little bit offline, about the whole reason why I left Heritage Owl.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's that type of thing. If something's not being fixed, something's not being... I'm out. Sorry, guys.
You gotta know.
It's nothing wrong with I'm not going to get into it. Nobody knows about, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know.
Exactly. So let's get a little bit more into the agronomy side real quick. Sure. Actually, it's perfect because I wrote one down right here. We had a cold snap, and it's actually perfect because you told me you went out west. We had a really bad cold snap here in Florida. Well, man, here's what's funny real quick. We were in our 30s. We had delayed starts. Remember, I posted some pictures. You saw
20s here.
Yeah, right. We got cold. People are like, oh, it's not cold in Florida. Yeah. Oh, come on now. Yeah. Come on now. We've been around the block. It was flipping cold.
Florida cold is a lot colder than Albuquerque.
Yes. Oh, 100%. So with that being said, like, what are some, where in the hell is it? Long-term strategy? Nope. That's not it right there. I had to say more about with dealing with the cold. So the fact that we're not used to that. The grass is not used to it.
Right.
Compared to like out west and where it gets really cold or whatever, and even here, like, what are some things that you had to deal with or how to counteract or even have to repair when it comes to having these cold snaps we just had here in Florida?
You mean preparation?
Preparation, right, exactly. So, let's talk about preparation. Yes.
Let's go back to August of 25.
Okay.
That's when I decided that I needed to overseed, because I read the almanac, and then I'm a weather nerd.
Okay.
So I know weather.
You know, real quick, there's a lot of people that don't know what the Farmer's Almanac is, though.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I mean, there's some young people.
Are you serious?
There's some people that still don't know what that is. Yeah.
Wow.
Just throwing that out there. It's an old book that goes.
It comes out every year.
Yeah, yeah.
You can buy it.
No, it's on the aisle in the aisle at the freaking
But I tell
aisle.
you what, their weather forecasting is second to none. Point on.
Yeah, right.
So they use moon phases.
Of
and
course.
things like that.
Yeah, yeah.
But I studied that. I kind of looked at because I've been in Florida a long time.
Yeah.
I kind of look at the patterns, El Nino, La Nina, the blah blah blah. And I said to my GM, I said, we're going to have a cold winter, so we need to overseed. Not only, like I said this earlier, not only for the aesthetic value, but to build organic matter in the top 2 inches. So protection, prevention. In August, I was thinking about this then. I knew we were going to have some cold. I did not know we were going to have 11 frost.
Yeah. That was crazy.
I'm thinking 5, 6.
Yeah.
The other thing that we focus on is everywhere. But
Yeah.
let's talk about putting greens.
Yeah.
I have Champion on the greens, the base coat, it's Ultra Dwarf Bermuda. And then I overseeded with a 60-40 blend of bent grass and Poetry Vialis, which is a rough bluegrass. So right now I'm managing 2 turf grasses, and that is a pain in the ass.
We saw it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's tough. It's real because one outgrows the other.
Yeah, it sure
Now,
does.
when we have these frosts that we just had, that Champion just shuts down. There's nothing growing.
Yeah.
But the bent grass is going, ooh, this is fucking great.
Yeah.
Let's grow, baby.
Yeah.
So now I've got all these transitions, which is why we're top dressing today. I'm trying to, and I just posted a video a couple days ago about the science of top dressing.
Yeah.
We don't just go grab a bunch of sand and put it in the top dresser and sling it.
Yeah.
I'm going to see what the bend sizing, particle sizing, how much for here, how much for there. I'm very detailed when it comes to that. And in preventing that cold weather tolerance is a challenge in itself.
Yeah.
Not so much in the fairways or tees or whatnot, because that Bermuda is so prevalent, so strong, it'll outdo it. But the greens I have to pay a lot of attention to. So there's an ounce of prevention saves a ton of trouble on the roads.
It's just real quick though. You're talking about the whole top seating. A lot of people, a lot of golfers that are not educated, they're top seating to know, it's all this grass on the fairways, blah, blah, blah. But they don't understand the science, fact that they don't understand the science of it.
Well, I've had some complaints here that we were hiding something. Like, what in the hell are we hiding?
Yeah.
I mean, it wasn't cheap. We spent almost 40 grand to put this seed out.
Yep.
Just aesthetics again. That was a small percentage, but it also is helping the soil.
So one of the things when I was at the G.C.C, which I highly recommend, any greenskeeper, superintendent, everything, that's the best experience that I had over there.
Money.
100%. It was Tyler Maget. He's out over in out in Colorado. He's just got a CTEM. Awesome guy, awesome speaker. And he talked about the roots, right? Of course, obviously not necessarily about the organic side or whatever, but just having, you can't have good fairways, you can't have a good team unless the root is strong or the grass is organic.
That's right.
And that's what you're trying to do fucking here.
Always. Always. I believe in soils first.
Yeah.
So manage the soils, the grass take care of itself.
Exactly. Yeah. The tree doesn't grow the grass. The tree doesn't grow the fruit, or they say something like that. It's the root that grows the fruit. Yeah.
It's the base of the tree.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. Oh shit, man.
Yeah.
Oh wow. So
I could get into technical things here. That's a whole different podcast.
Well, not necessarily, because we do long form sometimes, but we're gonna keep. We can go as far as we want, as long as we want.
Well, I want you to interview William.
Oh, of course, no, absolutely, no, we most definitely will. So when it comes to what you're doing here, what are some long-term things? Because you guys, are we allowed to discuss what's going to happen here in the future or no?
Vaguely.
Okay, we don't have to.
Well, I'll preface it like this. We have an opportunity to bring a big event here.
Okay.
In order to do that, we have a lot of repairing to do.
Of course, yes. Which you discussed with us on the course,
And I'm not going to go into names.
No, nothing like that.
This course was managed by a golf course management company from, I hope I get the dates right, I want to say 2005 to 2018.
Okay.
Long time. Golf course management companies, they're not all like this, so the legalities don't hold me accountable.
Of course.
They're driven by profit. Okay, and I get it. I own a business and I like making money. I get it. But a lot of companies will come in and cut spending in this and cut spending in that, and it doesn't show right away. After 3 to 5 to 6 years, it starts showing. and then it's so far gone, and there's
It's
just no way
just
to
the
catch
recovery
up.
part. Yep.
So you know, it's, I'm not going to go into detail, but this golf course was managed by a management company for a long time, and now I'm here to get it back to a private club. And it's not a 1-2 year process.
Oh, no,
it's
not.
a
No.
6-7 year process. I always say, when someone comes in, and you know, when I flip golf courses, they say, how long is it going to take you to fix this? Well, how long did you allow someone to screw it up? Well, they were here 8 years within 4. You give me half of what they had, and I'm your man.
Wow.
Now, I usually do it by 2 or 1.5.
That's awesome.
But it's that thought, you know,
Of
it's
course.
that whole mantra of, okay, they don't know. They
Yeah,
don't know.
no, they don't. No.
You're not doing 3 pre-emergents a year? Guess what? You got
Yeah.
goosegrass. This place was riddled with goosegrass when I got here.
Wow.
You know what I did? I nuked the entire golf course. I wiped it out. Bermuda was white. People were losing their minds. What have you done? Just give me 30 days. 30 days, the Bermuda came back. There was no goosegrass.
No shit, man. That's the thing that sucks, is the fact that I just wish everybody was educated and hear this shit like repetitively when they go to a golf course. At any golf course. You know what I'm saying?
And it's okay to ask questions.
Of course.
Just don't. Here's my recommendation. If you're Johnny
I'm
Golfer,
getting so frustrated right now because I just want everybody to be
if
educated.
you're Johnny Golfer and you go play a golf course and you're
Yeah.
like, I can't believe this is this. I can't. Why do they do that? The greens
Yeah.
are so slow. Don't make those statements. Ask questions. Be curious.
Yeah.
Ask why is it like that? Or
Yeah.
what's going on? Because I guarantee you, if you got a good superintendent on that property,
Yeah.
they're going to explain it to you.
Of course.
Well, let me
Of
tell you what's
course.
going on.
Of course.
So long-term plans. We this past summer, I had my guy Ruben come up. He used to work for me in Georgia. He's the only guy now that's allowed to do bunkers at Augusta National. He did all of my greenside bunkers for me. We have new irrigation going in this summer. Or
Cool.
September we start.
Yep.
That's huge.
Oh, that's a big one. Yeah.
Proper spacing, irrigation,
Yep.
accountability, huge.
Yeah.
Especially here.
Yep.
After that, and we're going to do a few this summer. We're going to, some of those fairway bunkers,
Yep.
we're taking the out of play areas that are under the trees.
Yep.
I'll get to the trees in a minute.
Yep.
But we're getting rid of the grass. It's all going to be a big waste sandy area.
Yep.
Native Florida, right? We are the only golf course in the state of Florida that has a blanket permit for tree removal. So
That's when you-
Wayne, the Hillsborough County arborist, came in. We met with him. I have a certified arborist that works on my maintenance crew, Todd. I think you met him.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yep.
the Navy guy.
Yep.
And this guy, Wayne, the county guy, felt so comfortable with us. He said, listen, I've never done this. I'm going to give you a blanket permit, 380 oak trees. You know, this place is so overplanted, so overgrown. You got to get rid of some of these trees to make the other trees healthy.
Yeah.
And now I've got residents out here that are losing their mind.
Oh, I'm sure.
Oh, they're cutting perfectly. Yes, we are cutting down healthy trees, but we're doing it to make the others healthier.
Yeah.
We're doing it for the long term.
Those other trees, those big oak trees, are suffocating.
Yeah.
Everything else.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Not just.
Everything.
The grass, everything. It's just being. We all know as golfers, it sucks being underneath those trees sometimes.
Oh, yeah.
It's just roots and shit,
Roots.
dead grass, everything like that.
Break
So
your wrist.
exactly. So if you want a good golf course, you want to have. You got to trust the system. You got to trust the process. And you're not happy initially. Give it some time.
And you think we're doing a big tree removal? Google tree removal project, Oakmont Country Club
Oakmont.
in Pennsylvania, Pittsburgh.
Yep.
5,650 trees.
Holy
I
shit.
think it was 15 years. They were doing it at night.
Wow.
Yeah, it's crazy. But things like that have to be done.
Of course.
And the uneducated resident and the uneducated member, I can't believe you're doing this.
Yeah.
Well, you're gonna
There's a reason. As long as
hop on board.
don't be afraid to ask questions. That's the biggest thing. If you're a member at any golf course, or if you're a golfer that, okay, really, why are we? Don't just fire blast on social media or anywhere else. Just let's ask first. Let's find out first what's going on,
Right.
and then let's press forward.
Exactly.
There's a reason for why we're doing. There's a reason why guys like Mark and his team are doing what they're doing, because they want to give, like for example, River Hills a premier golfing experience.
Yep.
For what it is for right now, my buddy Brian and I, we had a blast.
Well, good. I'm glad you got
Not just because we're the only ones on the golf course, which was amazing. I actually had to explain to my wife the reason why the golf round took so long. We stopped and talked to the fairway mower guy.
Yeah.
A gentleman came out, was like, "Is the golf course open?" We're like, "Nope. Our friend Mark hooked us up." And then we talked to the Todd and the guys that are cutting down the trees.
Yeah.
You know, we spent I think an extra hour and a half, and then you came out a couple times. We talked with you. We spent an extra hour and a half just talking and getting, again, just conversing with the greenskeepers, with these guys.
I mean, you can see I got a great team.
Oh man, they're
Everybody's
awesome.
happy and doing
It
the
was
job,
awesome.
you know.
You guys had your dog, the maintenance dog, come out.
Which, by the way, we are hiring 3 more people. So if you want a good job, you get your butts.
I highly yeah, absolutely. Unfortunately, sir, I'm moving closer to the beach. If this golf course was closer, I'd work for you, sir, for $14 an hour. I have no problem like I do at Tampa Palms. I just want free golf.
Afford a little bit more.
You can, sir, which I do appreciate that offer, but unfortunately, you don't have enough beach here, and I can't do it. Well, shit, man. I mean, I really don't have much else except for maybe one little last thing I want to talk about, because I'm seeing it here. Yeah. And unfortunately, you know, because how long it takes to do the editing and such, you know, this will be a little while. But you have some very exciting things that are happening here.
Yeah.
I mean, you already had 2 of your silent workers here cutting the grass here at the range. What do you guys have some innovative things that are happening here at River Hills?
We do. We have 2 autonomous mowers that mow the practice facility here at River Hills, and the main reason we went that direction is the practice range is low, so anytime it would rain a half inch, you couldn't mow it.
Yeah.
Well, the only time you really have to mow the fairway or anything here is Mondays.
Yeah.
Well, if it rains Sunday or Monday, you're screwed. You gotta wait a week.
Yeah.
And when I got here, that range was weeds, and I mean, it was that high.
Wow.
So I did some research and found the best way to go was Husqvarna's. We got the Husky out there. I got another small one that does the chipping area. And I have another one that's going to work up here. The goal is to have all of my practice facility mowed with autonomous robots.
Too cool.
Right? Now, you know what the misconception is.
Jobs.
Oh, they're taking our jobs.
Yeah.
If I was a shit superintendent, then the answer to that would be yes. But I'm not. My job is to take the 2 to 3 people that it took to do this and put you out there on that golf course to work on detail.
Of course.
And long-term planning.
Of course.
You know, it's reallocation of labor.
Of course.
Is what it's called.
Of course.
And now tomorrow I have this company coming out called Firefly.
Okay.
They have the autonomous fairway units. Now these mowers look like real large 5-gang reel mowers.
Yeah.
And he's going to come out and demo a couple of fairways. This technology is about 3 years old, and it had a lot of hiccups.
Of course.
But I do have some colleagues that have them now, and they're like, "Oh, Mark, it's really getting to where it needs to be."
Yeah.
So I'm going to explore that option.
Awesome.
It's a pricey situation.
Of course.
So it's not going to happen right away.
Of course.
But to be able to mow all 18 fairways 3 days a week without human interaction.
Exactly. Yeah.
Come on.
You don't have to worry about them getting hit either.
2 other things I'm working on, and I'm not going to say any names.
Nope.
This is going to be an R&D facility, research and development, for a company that has invented a greens mower, robotic greens mower. Now, that came out a few years ago, and I was associated with that company too.
Okay.
This is a little more formidable, and I can see the path clear. So, example, guy drives out on a cart. He's got a trailer, and he's got this autonomous robot behind him. First of all, it's a mower and a roller. Together. Huge drum. Weighs 950.
Damn.
Right? So you pull up to the green, you pull the handlebars, and you roll that thing off. And you pull out these 4 little LPS devices, local positioning systems, sensors. And then you put them down, and they're on a magnet tray, so they light up. And then you go and you hit start. And then that mower starts mowing that green and rolling that green at the same time. Now, while that's happening, the operator's not sitting there doing this.
No, better not. Oh, he better not be.
He's changing cups.
Yeah.
He's edging greens. He's hand raking bunkers.
Wow.
Think about that.
Yeah, man.
You take one person and put 5 jobs behind them.
Yeah.
The detail becomes impeccable.
Yeah. Perfectly
straight mowed lines. No tire tracks. Rolled and mowed every day.
You got to do that big old, what is it? The light bulb. None of that quick turning shit.
Yeah.
Yep. People don't realize you're not supposed to be doing that.
Right.
They need to be doing a big old.
Go out, swing,
absolutely.
Swing out, swing in.
Yes, sir. Wow. But yeah.
And that's hard to treat a human.
Of course.
And don't get me wrong. Again, I'm not getting rid of humans.
Of course. No.
But if I have 6 robots on this golf course, I got 6 more people that I can go do things. Edge bunkers.
Yeah.
Hand wipe the ball washers.
Absolutely. The fact is, I'm just thinking of, like, for myself, let's say we're to have that at Temple Palms, right? I'll be in charge of that unit on these particular holes, whatever it may be. So not only as I'm setting up the sensors, I'm going, like, it's already getting cut and rolled. Mm-hmm. I'm cutting the cup, crisp edges, of course, nice and painted. But I'm blowing, doing everything else with that unit. The unit's done, loading it up, next green.
Right.
Wow. Yeah. That's rad.
And the control that we would have as superintendents, it's a little zip drive. I can go into the program that they have and say I want it to mow 3 to 9, 6 to 12. I can set it up.
Yeah.
Now they have some technology where they can run 2 units on a green, 1 verticuts.
Wow.
Come on, man.
Dude, that was the one thing, again, I wish I would go to the GCSS, man. The GCSA is just seeing all the autonomous things that are happening.
There's a lot.
We saw the one where a big old fairway mower that had the sensor on top of it, still you can sit on it if you need to.
Sure.
And it had the control desk had 6 monitors for 6 other autonomous. Yeah. And then if he needs to control one, he can really switch to it, whatever. It's crazy.
Let me tell you the direction this is going in. I spoke to a guy that he asked me to do some consulting for him, but it's in New York, and I don't want to do that. There's a golf course up in Cornwall, New York, that is they have 3 or 4 9-hole courses, and the courses are designed for practice.
Okay,
it's a real golf course.
Yeah,
but it's tight fairways, water close. It's for the good golfer or even the bad golfer to go out and just play and have a good time. They have 114 autonomous robots. They don't have one human mowing a stitch of grass on that golf course except for the greens. And they're using electric walk mowers.
Holy shit.
The irrigation system is all run by solar power. All of their blowing equipment, edging equipment is all battery operated. Not one gas engine on that property. That blows my mind. Like, that is a goal for me.
Wow.
Think about the ecosystem.
Oh, 100%.
Now, then you get the argument, well, all the batteries got to go somewhere. Yeah, you know what?
Yeah.
And when I poop, I have to poop. you know?
Oh, shit.
I clean my truck, and guess what? Next day, it's dirty.
Yo, that's funny. Oh, shit, Mark. That is funny as shit, man. Well, buddy, this conversation going forever. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That was the quickest hour. That was about an hour.
Oh, that's it?
That was an hour. Yeah. Just like that, man.
Wow.
Again, I would have loved
to do more of this.
Oh, 100%. Yeah. That's actually something I love to do, and I would love to have, maybe a quarterly thing. That's something I was in talks with a little bit at Heritage Isle, but it's like I would love to have like a quarterly, let's get together. I would even love to do like a little round table. I think that would be so fun to do. Have like a round table, director of agronomy or superintendents.
Yeah.
Let's meet up at whatever, like walk-ons or whatever, just because my buddies work there. They're the GMs there.
I love walk-ons.
Yeah. So if you like walk-ons at Wesley Chapel or Midtown, those are my boys. They've been on the podcast.
I've been to Midtown, never Wesley Chapel.
The one in Midtown is run by Brandon Pike. Brandon Conde, he's been on the podcast. He was awesome. But anyway, regardless, it's like, I would love to have a little round table. I think that'd be a fun little...
I think that's valuable too, dude, because you get a bunch of... Say you get 3 superintendents and 3 club members.
Yeah.
Let them hash it out.
How fun would that be?
Right? Well, I don't understand why you guys do this. Okay, let me explain it to you. Right. That was something that came up the other day. There was an unruly person. Actually, it wasn't here. It was somewhere else. But this member, or it wasn't a member, as a golfer, was just bashing the agronomy team.
Yeah.
I don't understand why you do this. And, I've never understood why. I don't understand this. I don't understand why you do this. And I looked at the guy and I said, you know what? You've said one thing here that is very accurate. You don't understand. And
that's so true.
Yeah, he just looked at me. I said, why don't you go and sit down with the superintendent and ask a few questions?
Yeah, shit.
That's all it takes.
Yeah. That's all it takes. That is a great idea, and I'm going to tell you what, I'm in,
man.
You're in for that. I will get 2 other supers or 2 other agronomy guys. Maybe we'll grab some golf. Dude, absolutely. We'll set up a little round table.
If there's anybody watching this that would like to get involved and ask me those questions in public, you go right ahead.
I would love it.
Just remember, I'll tell you the truth.
Yeah, it's all about being educated. It's all about being educated. Yeah. It's like you're willing to give out that information. Let's do it. Let's talk.
Yeah, absolutely.
Mark, I would love to keep talking. Like I said this countless times, man. I mean, I love it when I connect with people. This will not be our last conversation.
Right. I'm glad.
Brother, no, not at all. I can't wait for this to continue. I can't wait to bring my guys out here.
Yeah, absolutely.
My guys, I'll bring 3 other guys. We'll do a little 2-man scramble. We'll make sure we support the cart girl. We'll go into have something to drink, whatever. But I'd love to have.
I'll tell you what. While we have the public on, I was just talking to one of my guys, big golfer.
Yeah.
His name's Cowboy.
Okay.
Probably you saw him, got the big cowboy hat. He was mowing greens in front.
Oh yeah.
So he's a golfer.
Yep.
So we want to start an inner city league where golf course maintenance teams play against each other.
Shit.
Right? Wouldn't that be awesome?
You want greenskeepers and holy shit. Like the team captain is the super or the director of agronomy.
And even get the pro shop involved.
Oh shit.
You know?
That'd be
Tampa
fun.
Palms versus River Hills.
Oh shit.
You get 2 teams, the pro shop team and the agronomy team.
Oh shit.
Right?
Hosted by your friendly best cup better.
Right.
Holy shit.
And John Deere.
Yep, that's right. or Toro.
Toro. I'm sorry.
I mean Toro because I know the truck today, guys. I know, right? Well, shit. We're most definitely. I'm gonna hit you up afterwards for that because I think that's a great idea that I love to play with.
I'm all in, man.
Mark, sir. Thank you so much, man, for wanting to be on the podcast, wanted to have a conversation, wanted to share your knowledge.
Andrew?
Yep, Andrew, your son. Yep, that's right.
I found it. It was on his pillow.
That's right. Jack, that's Jack's son. Yeah, that's awesome. Thank you again for wanting to be on the podcast, wanted to share your story, how you got into it, and most definitely telling people, don't be afraid to ask questions, those golfers. Let's talk to the superintendents. Let's find out why you're doing what you're doing so you guys can be better educated before you start trashing a golf course or whatever it may be.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Absolutely.
Take that I don't understand into an exclamation point.
Exactly.
And create the answer.
Because it's not just at this golf course. It's at every other golf course.
Yeah.
When a golf course, when the members or the golfers have a complaint, why is it top dress? Why is it doing this? Why are we tops? Motherfucker, there's a reason why they're doing it. Right. Let's find out. Don't be afraid to ask those questions. So shit, man, with that being said, let's just close this out.
Let's do it.
So with that being said, this has been your friendly unabashed cup cutter. Don't be shy. Come say hi. Brother. Mark.
Enjoy.
That's
Your friendly unabashed cup cutter. I slice through the turf like warm butter, planting dreams in the grass, one putt under. Your friendly unabashed cup cutter.